What's up, YouTube? This is Brian Pfeiffer, marketingmeathead.com. Today I'm going to talk to you about 7 advanced retargeting strategies for social media. All right, welcome back. So it's kind of funny, I was checking out my email today, and I got this email, ironically, on the day I was going to shoot this video. 96 out of 100 people that visit your website will leave without making a purchase. This is according to Forrester Research. It's true that only 70% of the people who add a product to their shopping cart will leave over 70% leave without completing order. Depressing statistics, obviously, using retargeting ads can bring those people back. So it's kind of funny, very relevant email to what I have to talk about today. I actually have 7 retargeting strategies for social media that is going to help you make some decisions when you're setting up your retargeting campaign. These are very advanced topics, and I think you guys are going to get a lot out of it today. We do talk about making money online, and if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe to this channel, bang that notifications bell, like this video if you haven't already, share this with your friends, and comment below if you're getting some value from my content. All right, let's talk about the 7 retargeting strategies. We got social media retargeting, basically is plain and simple. I'm going to talk mostly about Facebook, but there's other social media. There's Pinterest, there's Google is kind of considered social media. You got Snapchat, Instagram, obviously, and Facebook, same platform, but it's all kind of the same. Okay, retargeting is basically putting your ads in front of somebody who's already come and visited your website, has some kind of warm relationship with you already. Okay, let's talk about the gradual approach, and I like to tell a little story here about the gradual approach. Like, say for example, you're out on a first date and you really like this girl and she's really pretty and you're really interested in her. Well, the last thing you want to do is probably like mention stuff like, oh, I want to get married to you, or I like want to be exclusive with you already. That's going to really turn the girl off, okay? More than likely she's not going to be interested in you after that first date because you basically like threw up on her face and said, hey, listen, I want to do this, this, and this with you, and you probably scared her away, okay? That approach does not work. What I'm trying to get the point here is the gradual approach is a lot better approach. So, for example, if someone comes onto your website, instead of hitting them with all kinds of crap, like, oh, like we're the best, this is that, you basically kind of just put stuff out there that like eases them into the fact that you're like a well-known brand, okay? I have a number of different websites for bachelorette parties and bachelorette parties and whatnot, and instead of like throwing stuff in their face like, oh, you should book with us, and being very salesy, I just kind of like send some pictures out showing people having a good time, just reminding people that we're out there, and in the end it kind of legitimizes my business, and like, wow, these guys actually are legit, they're running ads, obviously they must have some kind of legit business going on, and we're gradually getting them to trust us, and then eventually hopefully they know, like, and trust us enough to purchase from us. Okay, that's the whole idea here. Okay, so that's the gradual approach. You can basically retarget people on different videos, views. If you're running like video ads, you can target 3 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds of your video, 25, 50, and 75%, 95. These are all options to make a custom audience under audiences, and then create an audience. You can go under video views, and you can create custom audiences that way for your retargeting campaign. Okay, so after they've viewed some of your video, hit them with some ads, but don't ask them to marry you on the first date. Okay, so that's important. You also can go in and, for example, people that have engaged, if you have like an instant experience, you can go in and click on instant experience, open the instant experience, or clicked on any links in the instant experience. So that's just another option, fairly new to Facebook. And for people that are, actively looking at your stuff, that's another way to retarget them. The temptation approach this is called, we like to call this like dangling the carrot or the apple or whatever you want to call it in front of somebody. Basically, what this boils down to is somebody's obviously looking at like a product on your e-com store, and they're very interested in it. You can tell because they've made it all the way to the cart, or they've been on that page, and in particular. And what you do is then you just kind of keep tempting them with more of a similar product or the same product, and you just kind of run like dynamic ads and just keep showing them like exactly what they were looking at, and eventually they're going to be like, man, I got to get this. It's just so cool. I was actually on an ad the other day. I was doing some product research, and I found this laser hair removal thing. I'm sure you've seen it on Facebook by now, and they had their retargeting set up so intense that like every website I went on, that thing followed me around. In the right-hand column, it was in the left-hand column, it was on the bottom. I'm like, man, this thing is just like everywhere. YouTube, Facebook, Google, native ads, they had that thing just following me everywhere around the internet. So that's kind of what you're doing with the temptation approach, is you're literally just like putting it in people's heads that they can't get it out of their head, and eventually they're just like, man, I gotta buy this. So they just buy it, okay? So what you can do is when you set that up, you go into custom audiences, create an audience, and people that have viewed a specific page in like say the last 30 days, and that's when you go ahead and hit them with a certain ad that tempts them, like a dynamic product ad is good. You can also remove the people that have already purchased. You're going to want to take those people out. So you go ahead and exclude the people who have made a purchase in the last 30 days. Okay, so make sure you set that up as well. The Longstanding Approach, where you actually go in and you take some customer lists, maybe people that have bought in the past, maybe people that have signed up for your newsletter in the past, people that have at some point in the past engaged with you. And what you can do is you actually go in and you upload like a customer value file, LTV file, and basically you can import like a list into Facebook, and then that list is past customers, and you hit them with like some kind of re-engagement type of retargeting, basically saying, hey, listen, we've missed you, we got this going on and this going on, and give them some like valuable information or some content that make them want to come back and become like a purchaser. So that's like your long-standing approach. So that's definitely another tactic you can use in retargeting, and it's a very effective one when it comes to re-engaging past customers. The Evergreen Approach, that's basically where you set up retargeting ads, and you basically have them running like pretty much all the time, so that like 24/7, 7 days a week, you have retargeting campaigns running for people that have visited certain pages on your site, or certain products on your site, or whatever you're selling. In my case, I have events and whatnot, so they visited the event, and 24/7 I have ads running to those people that have visited the event, okay? And you just want to check in on those once in a while, at least once a day, make sure that everything's working right. Sometimes Facebook has glitches, downtime causes errors. Make sure those clicks are not getting too expensive, and keep an eye on those campaigns. Once a day you can just check in, take a minute to look at your numbers, and that's about it. The personalized approach is number 5 on my list, and this is basically like a large percentage. We talked about this earlier, the 70% of the customers that like made it all the way to the shopping cart but didn't actually purchase. Those are really high intent customers, okay? So you want to basically kind of treat those customers a little different. You can go ahead and set up that audience by including the people that have viewed cart, and excluding the people that have already purchased. And what you want to do is you want to give those people maybe some kind of like discount or some kind of opportunity to come back and buy from you. You gotta give them something, okay? They're not just going to come back because they see their product. They already made it that far and they didn't buy, so why don't you offer them like a 10% discount or something, or like a 2-for-1 or something like that, just to get them to come back and buy, okay? That's a good way to retarget, and very personalized to the people because they've already made it to your cart. All right, that's number 7 or 5 on my list. Number 6 is on mobile app approach. If you are a little bit more of established of a brand or a company like myself, I'm actually potentially working on a mobile app this winter. And what you can do here is people come to your app for whatever reason. Maybe they're coming to check. In my case, they'd be coming to check like which DJs are playing at which clubs in Vegas. And I'm going to have an app for that. And then what I can do is I can retarget those people in the app, because those people are likely coming to Vegas, and they are likely going to either need tickets to a nightclub, or maybe bottle service, or they're coming out either want packages, strip clubs, whatever they're looking for. And basically those people are pretty warm, so you want to retarget them with something. So if they've come into your app, you want to make sure that you hit them with some kind of ads offering something of value. Okay, that's very important. And finally, my number 7 retargeting strategy is my sequential approach. The sequential approach is pretty cool. What you can do is you can set up ads for different periods after they visited your website, say like day 2, day 4, day 6, and as the time goes out, you maybe get a little more aggressive with your advertising, because they haven't purchased yet, and you're going to exclude the purchasers. So what you're going to do is maybe on day 2 or day 6 here in my example, you want to include all the people that have visited the website in the past 6 days, but exclude all the people that have visited in the last 4 days. So that only the people that between 4 and 6, those people get a certain ads, okay? And you want to set that up sequentially so that you have, and remember, you want to exclude your purchasers as well, and you want to have different ads that go to those people on different, basically kind of like a timer, sort of, okay? And that's called the sequential approach. It's very effective. This is just another way to hone in on your target market a little bit and become a little bit more advanced of a marketer by doing some of these tactics. Retargeting definitely works. I have a campaign that I set up here recently showing how to set up like the video ad, and then I take the people that have landed on the video or at least made it to the website of some sort, and then I set up like a retargeting campaign that just runs consistently to remind the people to go buy their tickets for the event. And I take you through step by step in this video. I'm going to go ahead and link that video right over here, and make sure you check that out. I'm the Marketing Meathead. We'll talk to you later. Thank you.